Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is your daily reading for Tuesday, 25th September 2018. I guess some parts of the world are still having this full moon in Aries. Pretty big. We saw it rising over the hill last night. Oh my God. Big, fat, orange harvest moon. Even though a lot of the harvesting has already been done around here in the south of England. I guess they saw their opportunity and got it all in. But yeah, it was big. It was big in a clear, still evening sky. It was absolutely beautiful. But yeah, it brings, how can we say, things pop. And that's what the reading was about yesterday. Things popping. But, you know, better out than in, usually. Anyway, 3-card major arcana reading here. The energy as we come in, the block or drain on the energy, and then the key to power. And then one from the swords, one from the wands, one from the pentacles, and one from the cups. And then a word from the wild Kuan Yin oracle. So I'll just do a last shuffle. And a last cut. And let's see what we have on the table. Okay, card number 1, the world in reverse. Card number 2, the hangman in the reverse. Card number 3, the wheel of fortune. Wow. Okay, well, however stuck things are feeling, and however much there's a wish to sort of push things forward, basically things are going to move forward when they're ready to move forward. Things are going to move when they're ready to move. We can't force it. I mean, the world in reverse here, you know, the absence of a fresh cycle, the absence of a new start, absence of a new era, but there's clearly a wish for it. It's going to come after this new moon. And as I feel it, the space between, the gap in time between this full moon, I can't remember whether I said full moon or new moon, and I think that's a Freudian slip there, because I think in the gap between the full moon, between the harvest moon and the next new moon, which is, I believe, just at the start of the second week of October, I think it's the 9th, whatever this sort of burgeoning energy is here, and here, in the block or drain, the hangman in the reverse, there's this wish to kind of, oh, come on, let's get things moving. But the very fact that the wish is there shows that it's not actually happening, because if it was actually happening, we wouldn't be needing to wish for it, and it wouldn't be feeling kind of like a frustration or a block. But basically, you know, the wheel turns as it turns, and it turns at the speed that it turns depending on the terrain over which it is traveling. And I mean, to my mind, when we're coming up to a full moon, the full moon is like the top of a hill, and we've laboured up and up and up. And by the very nature of going up to a summit, the closer we get to the summit, the tireder we are, the slower we go. Then, you know, that's just the nature of it. Well, once we're over that, it's like, right, okay, and we can start rolling on down the other side, and the wheel picks up speed. And that, I think, is what is going to be happening in the interval between this full moon and the next new moon. So, you know, don't sweat it. It's coming. You know, the dam is going to break, but there's a real sense here of being stuck. And I mean, being stuck is, you know, it is not moving. But sometimes that's fine. You know, sometimes we're quite happy for things not to be moving. But these 2 cards tell me that we're not happy for things not to be moving. And We can only block and drain ourselves by really forcing the issue. You know, it's like trying to move in the way that we would move downhill when we're actually walking uphill. And I've got that lovely folk phrase coming to mind: may the road rise to meet you. And what that essentially means is, may you be travelling down a slope, because it's always easier, is it not? Because we're not fighting gravity. You can't fight gravity. You can't fight it. But it's going to turn. It's going to turn, and I mean, there is, when a wheel gets to the summit of a hill and begins, before it begins its ascent, when the ascent is finished, just before it begins its descent, there is a point of stillness, and we haven't quite reached it, but we're nearly there. Right, one from the swords. Okay, interesting. 7 of Swords. I'm just going to lay that down and we'll come back to it. Because, I don't know, I was going to say I can't see any connection, but I just see, you know, the world in reverse here. Perhaps there's a feeling of sort of, I don't know, the phrase, we was robbed, comes to my mind. Perhaps there's this sense of sort of having been cheated out of something, having been, or being cheated out of some good thing that you were hoping for. And that this world in reverse is, this sense of being stuck is about actually sort of being blocked or being prevented from moving forward because something has been removed from you that you consider to be yours. There's some sense of injustice and unfairness and having been wronged, having someone or something or some combination of events having kind of really pulled one over on you. Let's see what we get in the rest of the cards. Okay, Wands. Queen of Wands. How beautiful. Well, this is the energy that comes in when this wheel begins its descent down the other side of the hill, that we're so close to reaching the summit of. What can I say? This is absolutely lovely, you know, fulfillment of and a really benign action in the world. And I do see that she is looking away, and I think this could be a word of advice for us. She is looking away from the 7 of Swords. She's just looking the other way. He's looking back at her to check whether she's noticed. And you can bet your bottom dollar that she has. But she's bigger than this. Yeah, she's bigger than this. And she's just got like, yeah, I know you got no swords. And this is a message that came out last time I had 7 of Swords. You have only got 5 of them, by the way. But yeah, I know what you're doing. I've seen exactly what you've done. And I do not need to lower myself to the point of engaging with you on this. You know, on your way, pal. She's got bigger fish to fry. Okay, Pentacles, clearly bigger fish to fry. How beautiful. 10 of Pentacles. This is real establishment. Real establishment and establishment of yourself kind of publicly. There's something public about this. In a way that you will be seen by those who do not know you. And it doesn't matter, in a sense, what people who don't know you think when they see you. The important thing is that you show up. This is you showing up in the world in a very fulfilling, very fulfilling way. How lovely. 2 tens, nice. 10 of Cups. Okay, listen, don't sweat this delay. Don't sweat this feeling of being stuck, of perhaps having been cheated of something. Because the Wheel of Fortune as the key to power, reflected by the Queen of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, absolutely lovely. So don't waste your time cutting yourself down off that, like, hacking through the ropes and bumping your head in order to run after whoever this is who's whooped these swords. Absolutely not necessary. Clearly, better times are coming. And I would say also the fact that the energy as we come in is the world in reverse. There's something really very general about this sense of blockage and about what's coming afterwards. It's something that's going to feed in, and I see here, again in the Queen of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. It's something that this change of fortune, serious, is something that's going to feed beautifully into multiple areas of your life. Right, let's see what Kuan Yin has to say. I'm going to spread the pack today. Okay, I see, well, I can't see you, but I know where you are. It's you. Right, I'll just put the rest of the pack down over there, and we'll see what Kuan Yin has to tell us today. Oh, how lovely. Oh. Blessing of the Kite Dancer. Wow. Okay, now we quite often have had the card called Tether to Fly, which is about the need where if you want to fly like a kite, you need to also be held or hold yourself. Yeah, or else you're just going to be flapping about in the wind. Here we've gone a step further. This is like an evolution on from that, where there is here no need for a cord or somebody on the ground to hold the cord so that the kite can fly. Here the kite flies in and of itself absolutely beautifully with blessing. So there's real freedom here. Look at that, isn't that wonderful? There's a viaduct underneath. I love the mix of sort of magic and 20th century Mongolian plane or 21st century Mongolian planes infrastructure that appears on these cards. But look, she's up in this beautifully illuminated sky, just easy as you like, dancing in the air, blessing us in this way with this beast walking off camera. How interesting. So we've let go of the rope that is tethering us to the ground. It is no longer necessary, and we are free now to dance in the eternal space of the sky. How lovely. Right, I will leave it there. This is too nice to go on mucking about with. And I wish you well. Please like, please share, please subscribe. I know I keep saying the monthlies will be up soon. They will be. And I'll see you again soon for another reading. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.